Good morning, children. Today we will start new topic from chapter number 6. So before we go into the exercise 6b or 6c, there are one or two basic rules which we will have to understand. Like number 1, invertendo. What is invertendo? Suppose there are two ratios which are equal to each other, and if you take a reciprocal of both these ratios, b upon a and d upon c, this rule is called invertendo. Number 2, alternando. What does it mean? Suppose we have two ratios which are equal to each other, and if you interchange C with B, A upon C equals to B upon D. So this rule is called alternando. Now rule number 3, which is very important, and this rule we are going to use quite frequently in this chapter. It is called componendo and dividendo. So what does it mean? Let's suppose we have two ratios, A upon B is equals to C upon D, and if you add this fraction in numerator and subtract in denominator on both the sides, this rule is called componendo and dividendo. This rule is very important. These rules also may be used in some questions, but this rule is going to be used in almost all the questions. So now we can start exercise 6b. This is question number 1, where two ratios are equal to each other, and this we have to prove. Now when we have to prove something, so we have to take a hint from there only, so that we can start our solution. You just see plus is here and minus is here. This is 5 and this is 7. This is 5 and this is 7. So you can see it carefully. I think this thing is matching with componendo and dividendo rule. What is componendo and dividendo? Just now I have told you, but still we can revise it once again. If A upon B is equals to C upon D, so A plus B upon A minus B equals to C plus D upon C minus D. This is componendo and dividendo. So we have x upon y equals to p upon q, and see it carefully. Here we have 5 with x and here we have 7 with y. So from here it is giving us a hint that we have to multiply 5 by 7 on both the sides. Now if you apply this rule componendo and dividendo, see what is going to happen. Apply componendo and dividendo, we get 5x plus 7y and 5x minus 7y equals to 5p plus 7q upon 5p minus 7q. And you can see, students, this is what we were supposed to prove. This and this thing are matching. It was so easy. So whenever we have a question where we have to prove something, so don't panic. I have seen the students, I don't know why they panic from those questions where we have to prove something. There is always a hint hidden in the question only, and from there we can have an idea that what are we going to do in the next step or how we are going to start the solution. Now we are coming to question number 3. This and this ratio is equals to this and this ratio. Here they have not mentioned the ratio sign here, so make this correction in your book also, and we have to prove this. So we are going to apply the same rule, that is componendo and dividendo. First of all, write the question. This is given to us 5c minus 11d equals to 5a minus 11b upon 5c plus 11d. Now if you apply a componendo and dividendo here only, then you will make the solution complicated. Just see it carefully here. Here we have a and b, but in denominator we have c and d. Here also, here we have a and b, and in denominator we have c and d. So better you interchange these two. So 5a plus 11b, 5a minus 11b equals to 5c minus 11d upon 5c plus 11d, and this rule is called alternando. So you have to mention it, alternando. Okay, now you can apply componendo and dividendo. Five a plus 11b plus 5a minus 11b, 5a plus 11b minus 5a minus 11b equals to 5c minus 11d plus 5c plus 11d, 5c minus 11d minus 5c plus 11d. This is componendo and dividendo. You have to add both the parts of the fraction in numerator, and in denominator you have to subtract them. Similarly, you have to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so let's see what we are going to have now. So in numerator you can see clearly that 11b and minus 11b are getting cancelled, so we are getting 10a, and in denominator if you open the bracket you will see 5a and minus 5a, they are getting cancelled, so we are getting 22b, and here also we are getting 10c, and if you open the bracket in denominator we are getting 22d. So 22, 10 upon 22 are getting cancelled from both the sides, so what we are getting ultimately, a upon b equals to c upon d, and this is the thing what we are supposed to prove. So you have seen it, that where we have to prove something, take a hint from the part what we have to prove, and then you can move forward. Okay, let's solve question number 6 now. So this is the thing which is given to us, and here we have to find the value. Okay, now here also you can take a hint, x plus 5p and x minus 5p, then we have x plus 5q upon x minus 5q. So it means this question we have to do in two parts. First of all we will find the value of this part, and then we will find the value of this part, and then we will add them. X equals to 10pq over p plus q. Now we need, see carefully, we need 5p with x, so it means we have to split the numerator. 5p into 2q and p plus q. Now this 5p you will take here, so x upon 5p equals to 2q upon p plus q. Now you can easily make it out that we have to apply componendo and dividendo here. X plus 5p upon x minus 5p, 2q plus p plus q and 2q minus p plus q. So it will be 3q plus p, and in denominator we are getting q minus p. So let it be a first equation. Now we will solve the other part of the question. So how we are going to do this? Just see it carefully. We can write x equals to 5q and 2p. Just interchange 5 and 2 with each other, okay, and p plus q. Now take 5q in denominator of x, and now you can apply componendo and dividendo here. So x plus 5q upon x minus 5q, 2p plus p plus q and 2p minus p plus q. So it's coming 3p plus q and p minus q. So let it be second equation. Now see it carefully that we have a value of first part of the question and the second part of the question. Now we have to add them. X plus 5p upon x minus 5p plus x plus 5q upon x minus 5q equals to 3q plus p over q minus p plus 3p plus q over p minus q. Now here there is little confusion that here is q minus p and here we have p minus q. So this looking same, only a difference of minus 1. So what we can do, let the first ratio be same, but in second ratio you take minus common from the denominator so that denominator becomes same in both the ratios. Now you can take LCM very easily because it is same. So it's coming 3q plus p minus 3p minus q. Now if you solve this, it's coming 2q minus 2p over q minus p. So 2 is coming common, q minus p over q minus p, and if you cancel it, is coming 2. So they were asking the value of the expression they have given in the question, and the answer is 2. So I don't think so there was something difficult in this question. Okay, you have to take a hint from the question, what we have to prove or what we have to find out, and then you can proceed on. Now we are coming to question number 8, and we have selected the third part of this. I think rest all the parts of question number 8 are very easy. Now this question is not looking like that we can apply a componendo dividendo here, because numerator and denominator are not looking same. There is no plus and minus sign, but still I'm telling you we have to apply the same rule here, and there is a reason behind. Apply componendo and dividendo. X cube plus 3x plus 3x square plus 1. X cube plus 3x minus 3x square plus 1 equals to 341 plus 91 over 341 minus 91. And students, please see carefully, this is the formula of x plus 1 whole cube, and in denominator we have x minus 1 whole cube, and on other side we are getting 432 over 250, and if you cancel it is coming 216 over 125, and you know 216, it is 6 whole cube and it is 5 whole cube, or you have cube on both the sides, so you can cancel them. So ultimately you have x plus 1 upon x minus 1 equals to 6 over 5. Okay, or now here you can apply a componendo and dividendo again, or you can simply solve them by just cross multiply. 5 into x plus 1 equals to 6 into x minus 1. So 5x plus 5 equals to 6x minus 6. So it's coming x is equals to 11, and that's what we were supposed to find out. Now we will do question number 9. 16a minus x whole cube over a plus x whole cube equals to a plus x over a minus x. So what you can do, take a plus x here and take a minus x here. So it will be a minus x to the power 4 over a plus x to the power 4, and is coming 1 by 16. If you take 16 on RHS, it will be 1 by 16. 1 by 16 means 1 by 2 power 4. Now you see power 4 is there on both the sides, so you can cancel it. We get a minus x over a plus x equals to 1 by 2. Here you can cross multiply them and calculate the answer, or you can apply componendo and dividendo, then also you can get the same answer. I think we should apply the property, because such questions when come in exams, they ask to solve with the help of property only. So by applying componendo and dividendo, a minus x plus a plus x, a minus x minus a plus x equals to 1 plus 2 over 1 minus 2, and we are getting twice of a in numerator and minus twice of x in denominator. Here also 3 over minus 1, minus is cancelled from both the sides, and a is coming, the value of x is coming a by 3. So this is the answer. I think they were asking to find out the value of x, so that's what we have done. So this is all about exercise 6b. I think we should do exercise 6c in the next part, otherwise this video is going to be very long. Thank you students, take care, God bless.